Okay, hey guys, sorry about how the end of the first video ended. My phone rang and it was Ryan, and then my camera battery died, so I didn't have time to finish it that evening. And then yesterday I had my nephew all day, and so today I finally get a chance to sit down and finish showing you guys some of the things from my daughter. So I was showing you this box originally, or last, and I showed you her pink Kissy Kissy outfit. Also, there was a white outfit in there as well. These are the little pants. And these were always too big for her. Even right the day she passed away, it was still too big. And this is the little hat that went with it. It's just a cute little hat. There was a hat to go with the pink one too. But that one got lost while she was in the hospital the day she passed away, I believe, or the day before. So I never got that one back, but that's okay. And then this one went with it, and this one had some pink trim around it. It was really cute. So, and Kissy Kissy, actually I do a preemie drive. Well, this will be the 3rd annual preemie drive coming up, clothing drive. And Kissy Kissy, the actual company, has actually donated clothing every year so far, well, for the past 2 years. And they've told me that they would continue donating, so that's really good, and I'm really glad that they do that. Shows that they support their communities, and plus these Kissy Kissy clothing, like, their stuff is like so soft. I've not found any clothing this soft, and they're really small. They go to preemie 2, which is the smallest preemie size you can get, and so they fit really small babies, so it's really nice. This was one of the other favorite hats that she wore, and this actually came on Christmas Day, I believe. She got a book, and with the book was a little knitted hat. So that, and then this was another hat that she wore, and this actually went with an outfit that Sissy bought for her. I keep a diaper in the box. This is the passy that she used, although she didn't suck on it. I just put it in her mouth to try to get her to suck on it, but these were her socks, these little bitty socks. And I've never found socks this small ever again. I looked for some, but I haven't found any. So yeah, I don't know where they came from. Somebody gave them to her. And these were her little mitts that she wore on her hands. And here's another thermometer. What else is in here? These are some braces that were on her hands. They made them. They're little Velcro. It's just like this. And that little hole right there is what her thumb would go through. And it came back around, and it made her keep her hands open because she kept her hands like this all the time and wouldn't open her hands. Now this was supposed to be her feet print, and they actually were on here for a long time, but over time they've just faded, so you won't really be able to see much, but I'll just kind of show you. This is like the top, and this is the bottom. And those were her feet print the day she died. So, or not, sorry, the day she was born. These were her handprints, and that was the day she passed away, her handprints right here. So if this gives you any idea how small she still was. Another blood pressure cuff, another SATS monitor. I don't know if I showed you a SATS monitor. Anyways, that was a SATS monitor. Our wristbands. This said, please handle with care. This stayed on her isolette after her leg was broken. And this is the picture that stayed in her isolette. Oh, sorry, I'm not really holding that good. That's the picture that stayed in her isolette so that she could see us if she ever looked at it. I don't know if she did. This was a little thing that was made for her. It says, please be careful. I have fragile bones. And this was on her isolette. Had her name on it. So yeah, I don't know if they still put names on the isolettes or not. When Noah was up there in the NICU, I didn't see any names on any of the isolettes, so I don't know if they still do that now or not. Maybe not. Noah didn't have one, and I didn't see anybody else's. It may be a HIPAA thing now, who knows. HIPAA's always coming out with new rules for everybody. So yeah, those are the things in that box. And I meant to show you her handprint. And I didn't. Actually, I showed you the card that it was on, but I didn't actually show you the handprint. Her handprint was like this big. So, yeah. This is a pillow that was made for her. A lady who I met through MySpace made this for me. See that? So, yeah, she made that for her. And, let's see, very quickly, I'm almost finished. This is one of the hats that she wore towards the end. This is one of my favorite little hats. I thought it looked so cute on her. This was some of her outfits. Yet again, okay, sorry about that. The battery, not the battery this time, memory space. I'm going to get me a new memory stick for this camera soon, very soon. So yeah, so the green outfit I just showed you, and then this was another one. She actually had 5 of these little pink onesies from Carter's. They were just preemie size. This was one of the blankets that I wrapped her in a lot. This was a purple blanket that she used in her isolate a lot. A little heart on it. It was like satin on the other side. And this was a blanket that my great aunt made. And I can't show you the whole thing because this is too big. And I'm not going to unfold it. So, yeah, she made it for me. My great aunt actually passed away earlier this year. So, you may think this is strange, but this is the soap that we used for her, the soap and lotions. And I don't want to use it. I just want to keep it. So, yeah, I've kept it in a bag, and I've just not used it. And it smells really good, and I wish they still made Huggies, stuff like that, but they don't. Well, as far as I know, I haven't found any. These were the... You probably think this is just the strangest thing ever that I keep this stuff. But, yeah, these are the washcloths that I used to give her baths. Another one of my favorite blankets for her. Yet another blanket that I keep. This one was super, super soft. Satin on this side. Not on that one. And this is a kissy kissy blanket. No, it's not. Little giraffe. I'm sorry. Some more receiving blankets that I just kind of wrapped around her. Another little knitted hat. This one was in yellow. She didn't wear that one as much. They gave me this, but she never used this. We always used the suction from the wall. Yeah, so another strange thing. And you may think this is strange too, but you know, these are tissues, and these were just the tissues that I used the night that she passed away to wipe my tears. So, and this was made by my dad. He made this card for me. It says, Jesus loves me, this I know. carlynicoleelliotte, 11/15/2007 to 3/9/2008. And on the insides it says, Little Carly. When God called little Carly to dwell with him above, I'm always questioning the wisdom of his love. For no heartache compares with the death of this small child, who does so much to make this world seem wonderful and smile. Perhaps God tries, always calling the age to his fold, and so he picked a rosebud before it can grow old. God knows how much we need them, and so he takes but a few to make the land of heaven more beautiful to view. Believe me, this was difficult, but still I had to try. The saddest word I ever spoken was telling Carly goodbye. Love in Christ, Rodney, which is my daddy. So that was really sweet, and that means a whole lot to me. So I keep that as well. And then all of the cards from friends and family and people I don't even know, people who just read about the story or read her obituary in the paper, even sent me cards through the funeral home, and the funeral home sent them to me. Also, the last thing that I keep, and it's not the last thing, I have a whole bunch of other things, but these are just some of the few things that I was going to show you. These here are wrapped up. These were made for me. I believe the nurse was taking care of her that night. Made these. I believe so. So, but these mean a lot. These were done the night she died, after she had already passed away. And these are molds of her hands and feet. So let me see. Sorry if I'm looking away. I'm looking at the screen back here. So these are the hands, the handprint or the hand molds that they made. And just so you can see, she was 4 months old, and this is, my ring here is a size 4. So I put this size 4 ring up to her little hand. You can see, wait a minute, let me just stick it in there against her thumb. So you can see how small her little hands still were. You can even see her fingernails and the little crevices on her fingers. You can see the cracks into her hands. So those are really, really special. And also, not only did we have that, we also had her feet done. And this girl had crooked toes, but you know what? Every one of my kids have crooked toes. Noah has them, Hannah had them, and so does Carly. Or Carly had them too. So, you see how crooked her little toes are? That is just so funny. But yeah, those were her little feet. And I know you can't really see with the angle of this, but if you could look down under here you could see her little toenails. So yeah, and she had little fat feet, and so does Noah. Noah's kind of got little fat feet too. So yeah, those are really special to me as well. So those are the things from Carly, and I guess I'll show you the things from Hannah, although I don't have very many things from her because, like I said, she was stillborn, so we didn't have a lot of memories to make with her. But what I do have is special, and so I will show you what I do have with her. Okay, so as far as Hannah goes, this is the box they gave me with Hannah when she passed away. The string on the front of it's broken, which really broke my heart when it broke, but it's just a string. So yeah, this little heart is what they used to take some of her pictures with. They took a picture of this brush, but it wasn't used on her. They also put in the box a little bonnet that was not used for her, and a little bitty blanket, and that as well was not used for her. I think that may have been put in there to bury her with, maybe. I'm not really sure, but we didn't do that. This was put in there, and again, this was not used on her, but something similar to this was used on her. I think maybe this, maybe that was used on her. One of these was, no, it must have been that one, because then they have this thing, and I'm not sure if this is like, was, maybe they were going to use it for pictures or something. I'm not really sure. So yeah, and this little hat was used on her, and it actually still has some of her blood on it, or I guess blood from the from inside of me when I had the C-section, and it's got blood and kind of stuff underneath it on the inside from where it went on her head. So yeah, I keep that. Those are Carly's footprints. Oh yeah, I can show you those. These are Carly's feet print, the day she died. So yeah, I don't know why they were in here. Yes, I do, because I was going to get a tattoo of their feet prints, but yeah, I changed my mind. These are Hannah's footprints. Right there is a diaper. They had a diaper on her, the size. These are all of my ultrasounds from her. Let's see. This angel they had put on my door at the hospital. And basically what this angel signified was that we had lost our baby. And I think not only is it something for you to take home with you, I think also it helps to let the nurses know not to come in and be like, oh, well, congratulations on your baby. How's baby doing? Blah, 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 blah. So I think this is kind of like to let them know, hey, you know, they've lost a child, so don't say anything stupid, I guess. But here is the pregnancy test I took with her. And this was some of her hair. And she sure had a lot of hair. And let's see. Oh, I'm going to read this to you in a minute. Memory box, donated by the hospital auxiliary. Tissue paper was in here. Some resources was in here. This was her band. although they never put it on her, so it's never even been bent. Let's see. And there's a little journal, I Will Remember Mother's Journal. I don't believe I've wrote in it. Maybe I have. Let's see. Yeah, I did write a little bit of something. Anything else? Nope, that was it. I just wrote her name in it. So yeah. But this here is something called Tear Soup, a recipe for healing after loss. And it says, helpful ingredients to consider: a pot full of tears, one heart willing to be broken open, a dash of bitters, a bunch of good friends, many handfuls of comfort food, a lot of patience, buckets of water to replace the tears, plenty of exercise, a variety of helpful reading material, enough self-care, seasoned with memories, optional, one good therapist and or support group. Directions: choose the size pot that fits your loss. It is okay to increase the pot size if you miscalculated. Combine ingredients, set temperature for a moderate heat. Cooking times will vary depending on the ingredients needed. Strong flavors mellow over time. Stir often. Cook no longer than you need to. Suggestions: be creative. Trust your instincts. Cry when you want to. Laugh when you can. Freeze some to use as a starter for next time. Write your own soup, making in a journal so that you won't forget. Serves one. From Tear Soup, a recipe for healing after loss, available through Grief Watch. By Pat Schwervert, I'm not sure how you pronounce the last name, and Chuck Deaklin. So yeah, I thought that was really neat that they put that in there. And so yeah, those are the things that I have for my daughters. Like I said, I don't have very much for Hannah because we didn't get to make very many memories with her. So what little bit I do have, I cherish. So yeah, those are the things that I have. And hopefully I won't have to add any more boxes to my collection so far. That would be a terrible, terrible thing. So yeah, thanks for watching if you watched, and if you didn't watch, that's okay too. So yeah, that's it, and I'll talk to you guys a little later. Bye.